Welcome to the Level 2 training video. In this video, we're going to cover how to add Level 2 information to your credit card transactions. So what is Level 2 data, and how do I know when I need to enter that information? Level 2 data is additional transaction information that is prompted for the merchant to enter after they have accepted a specific type of credit card. This is very common with business card transactions. When accepting the transaction, a merchant might not even know that they're given a business card when processing the credit card transaction. However, Paytrace is able to identify Level 2 transactions and display that information to the merchant so they can enter the applicable information. It's important to note that Level 2 information is not required in order for your transactions to complete and fund. However, it does provide enhanced reconciliation on your transactions and helps contribute to keep your processing costs minimal. So now let's take a look at it. Let's go ahead and run a Level 2 transaction so we can see what it's going to look like once we accept one. So I'm going to go visit my virtual terminal menu and go to my process transaction page. Once I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and key in my credit card transaction information. I'm just using some test information on this particular example. Once I have all my information entered, I'll go ahead and click to process the transaction. My transaction has come back and approved, however, it doesn't look like a normal credit card approval screen. There's some additional information that's being displayed to me. It lets me know I've accepted a business card, and it's prompting me to enter a couple pieces of additional information. The customer reference ID can be up to 15 alphanumeric characters used to identify your customer. Then we were prompted to enter the amount of the transaction that is tax. Please note that the amount that you provide does not add to the total transaction amount. So if we provide an amount for tax, that amount isn't tacked on to the total amount of the transaction. You can enter 0 or -1 to register as a tax-exempt transaction. Since Visa and MasterCard's interchange rules and regulations change periodically, it's a good idea to contact your current merchant service provider to find out what applicable requirements you need to be entering, such as what tax amounts you will want to enter in order to ensure your transactions are properly qualifying. Your merchant service provider is the company that funds your credit card transactions, and their contact information can usually be found by clicking on your Support tab towards the right top-hand corner of your account. Once we have our information entered, we can then click to submit this information to the credit card transaction. This transaction will now settle, enjoying the benefits of having Level 2 data entered. We can also set defaulted information so we can have a tax and customer reference ID populate for us automatically, so we don't have to key that information in when we accept our credit card transaction. This can be done from the Add Level 2 data link under your virtual terminal menu. From this page, we're able to specify our Visa as well as MasterCard defaulted Level 2 information. Once we have set and saved our defaults, that information will now populate anytime we have an applicable Level 2 transaction. The Add Level 2 data page will also show us any transactions that we have ran on our account that have or have not had Level 2 transaction information added to it. Any transactions that need Level 2 data and don't have it added will be highlighted in red, so it's easy to identify which transactions need the applicable information. Clicking the plus L2 icon on the left-hand side will allow you to enter Level 2 information to transactions that have not been settled. You can add Level 2 information to any transaction before the transaction has been settled. After a transaction is settled, there's not a way to go back and add Level 2 information to it. This concludes the Level 2 training video. Please be sure to watch the other applicable Level 3 training video as well to learn more about Level 3 credit card processing.